One. Oh, hello, and welcome back to the Parlay Closet podcast. You have me, Noah, and your boy, Gibby.
Yo.
We're going to be looking at UFC 305. Play the intro. Oh boy, I didn't check if the intro has audio.
That's all good.
I hope it does.
Not much talking back there.
For reference, I deleted everything by accident. This whole layout looks different because I'm stupid and I don't know how to properly label stuff and delete. Oh well. Gibby, we didn't talk about last week because it was going to be shite and it ended up being shite.
Yeah.
But I know you had something last week. How did it go for you?
I just shite.
Vent your frustrations, homie.
No, I just had a round robin. I did it by fives, which I got 5 fights right, but still, I took a lot. I took an L. Lost probably 2 units on that. And then Marcin just fucking disappointed me. He's 5-0 in Vegas, 4-0 in the Apex, and then
God, you look at that stat.
I did look at that stat.
I just looked
and then
at
I
it
saw
he beat Sergey Spivak,
he did.
and Sergey, he didn't look like he got that much better, but I guess he did.
I saw like when he came out with the card and like all the weigh-in stats. I'm just like, fuck, Marcin's getting fucked.
It was just
too heavy too.
It was also just a very, very bad card. Like, I don't get how they get off on these awful events, to be perfectly honest with you. I've been seeing a lot of what's the word? Discourse on like, hey, people are saying like, oh, the UFC's just not doing good, not doing so hot, and I kind of understand. Like, how on God's name did Kazuma win after like 4 years? How in God's name did Denise win by decision against Williams, a guy who has no decisions, only finishes in his wins? And then the Danny Barlow versus Nikolai fight, the Jackson Chepe fight.
I watched the Kazuma fight. He made a good comeback. He was getting dominated. He just came out with the finish like out of nowhere.
He should have been finished in the first round.
He should have, yeah. That's true.
But oh well, no point in talking about that. I'd rather talk about this card. I call this card the cut card because I could name at least 3 fighters on here that are gonna get cut. But oh well, we'll get into it in a sec. Let's look at it. So, 305. Let's look at the first fight on the card. Stuart Nicole versus Jesus Aguilar. What you thinking about this fight, Gabe? I'll let you start because I need to fix something.
Yeah, Stuart, hometown kid, making his UFC debut. He's undefeated at 8-0, 4 by KO, 3 by submission. So he's a finisher. He's got a good ground and pound, good takedowns, and great grappler. But I think just the low level of competition, that's just gives me a red flag. While Jesus has the UFC experience, good boxer, fast hands, tough, but he puts himself in bad grappling situations all the time.
Hey man, you got a problem with Nicole fighting on Beatdown Promotions, bro? That's one of the like leading MMA promotions out there. You never heard of them?
Nope.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, I agree with you. Nicole's brand of competition does not seem the best, to be honest with you. Kind of scares me for how touted of a prospect he is. And Jesus Aguilar is decent. He's decent. Doesn't have a ton of one-hit KO power, but he does have some power to him. It's just that like he knocked out Shannon Ross. He's mainly a club and sub guy, and I do like him in the club and sub spot here, to be honest with you. But I do think Nicole, the hometown guy, is gonna get it because I think he'll go a decision.
I agree with you on that one. I think Nicole will go in decision,
and because of that, I think the Aussies are gonna favor their guy. The main thing I've really noticed about the Australia crowd too is when their fighter does anything, cheers. The other guy does anything else, silence, and that could influence the judges. So, Nicole decision for me.
Sounds good.
What you got?
I pick decision
For Nicole?
Yes. I could see him possibly getting a submission in round 3 where Aguilar's tired, but I'm going decision. Just because it's his UFC debut, nervous sometimes.
And sorry, flyweight. That's the thing too. The flyweights ain't finishing most of the time.
Correct.
Oh boy, I alluded to people who are probably going to get Kataroonies. Here we have Song Kinan versus Ricky Glenn. Ricky Glenn is in hot water. I think that's the thing too, is that they're going all the way to Perth. He's going from the US to Perth to Australia. That is a far flight. He's basically, I feel, getting marched out to die, basically.
Glenn,
Yeah, I'm
and
sorry.
he's moving up a weight class too.
I forgot about that. Going up to welterweight. Yeah, I don't like that. A guy who's been getting out knocked out a lot lightweight, maybe he'll help out his chin. But Song Kenan is not the best in the world, but I definitely think he could march down to Ricky Glenn. I just don't think he finishes him because Kenan's been fighting a little bit more reserved lately. But I think Ricky Glenn, he's out of there. I'm surprised the odds are that close. Ricky Glenn's only plus 145. Then again, I wouldn't put chalk on Kenan anyway. So, what do you think, Gibby?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be an easy win for Son. As long as he doesn't pressure, Son doesn't pressure you, he'll stay out of range. He'll be fine. Ricky, as long as he's moving up a weight class, like I said, been KO'd his last 2 fights, but Song doesn't have that KO power. He hits hard, but I don't think he does have that KO power. So
Kenan did catch Ian Gary once upon a time.
that's once upon a time, but we're going Song by decision.
Song decision for me too.
Another one, damn it.
Oh boy, this is a great fight. Tom Nolan versus the younger Reyes. Gibby, do you know when the last time Alex Reyes had a win was?
You could answer that to me. I know he's on a 2-fight losing streak, though.
2-fight losing streak stretched out over the course of 6 years.
Oh, fuck yeah.
His last win was in 2017.
Yeah, I'm not trusting that.
But here's the thing. Tom Nolan is such a high favorite because of that. Keep in mind, Nolan did get knocked out in his UFC debut. Tom Nolan is good. Tom Nolan should absolutely win this fight. But at minus...
I don't want to touch that, yeah.
What is he at? What is he at? Where is it at?
FanDuel.
Did they take it off? They just take it off?
No, he's minus...
Oh, minus
1,400. He's 14. I see 1,400.
You're right. 1,400 on FanDuel and BetMGM. Oh, my God. I don't... Like, Bo Nickel, I thought was crazy being at minus 1,000. You think of picking Tom Nolan at minus 1,200? No. Alex Reyes should lose this, but in the back of your mind, when you have those guys like Kazuma, who haven't won in like years upon years, whoever that was 3 fights ago that was in the Saudi card that was on a 4-fight or 5-fight losing streak finally gets a win, you don't trust it. Reyes might get a win. He shouldn't, but he might.
Yeah,
Nolan's not that good.
Yeah, the only path for Reyes to win is just by KO, really. That's the only thing I'll probably bet. That's the only thing I'll bet on for Reyes, but I'm going Nolan KO round 1.
That's what should happen, but something tells me it won't happen. So I'm gonna go Nolan KO round 2.
It's funny. Yes. I put yours round 2. No, I already predicted that. Let's go.
I just don't think Nolan is that good, but he should be. But I don't think he is. You get what I mean?
I mean, I see that, but I'm just going on the high volume that he throws. So, if he throws a lot of volume, one's going to definitely connect.
Watch. Reyes comes back looking better than he ever has before. He just lays him out. And everyone who put money on Nolan is just going to sit there and go.
Especially a bunch of parlays. Well, yeah.
Just pull out the knife. All right, on to the next fight. One. Jack Jenkins versus Herbert Burns. Oh, in case you couldn't tell, Alex Reyes is someone who's getting marched out to their death. And here's another one. Herbert Burns getting marched out to his death. Another younger brother, the younger Burns. Herbert Burns does not have the heart that Gilbert Burns does.
Nope.
He's got some pretty good talent, but he's got no cardio, no heart. Jack Jenkins, he's coming off a catastrophic injury, but he should still whoop this one. But I'm not betting at minus 800.
I see. Is it 800 now?
It's like I said, I'm looking at I'm just looking at the first one here.
FanDuel, 770. He's going down a little.
No, that's not something you should be betting on. Again, Jenkins should probably win round 2 though, because Burns has
Yeah.
1 round of cardio, but rounds 2 or even 3, he's dead. Simple as that. The leg kicks are going to be a big problem for problem for Burns.
Correct.
Jenkins' leg kicks are really solid. Burns is a good grappling, but he doesn't do a good job of getting it down to the ground. He's more so a club and sub. I don't think he'll club and sub Jenkins. And even if he does, I think Jenkins will survive the first round and then gas him out
You
by
think
just
Jake?
fighting.
I agree with you on the calf kicks. He's got great calf kicks, but you think that arm he dislocated his last fight is gonna be a problem?
That's also why I really don't like the round 1 prop, because
Yep.
he might be like hesitant to throw it. It might take a little bit getting used to. So that's why I definitely think round 2 or even 3 are much better. But I don't see Burns going the distance. I can't
Correct.
see it.
Yeah. I agree with you. Burns is dangerous in round 1, but he only got 4 minutes cardio. So for me, I'm going Jenkins round 2 KO. Like Burns' last 3 fights.
Likewise, we're on board with that.
God dang, always that's 3 fights, dude. It's pretty predictable so far.
Yeah, it's sorry, but like the card doesn't get good until the main card.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest here. I think I know what we're gonna pick for the next. Maybe not the next one. Casey O'Neill take on Luana Santos. Not someone getting marched out to her death. Like I've seen a few people say that about Santos, and I've also seen a lot of people saying O'Neill is overhyped. I just think this is an evenly matched fight. Neither one is top. Casey O'Neill was a little bit, I don't want to say overhyped, but like
She
we
is a
just
little.
just expect a little bit too much of her. You think?
Yep. Santos kind of short notice for her too. She missed her last weigh-in, and I think this is at flyweight. So
Mm-hmm.
how she's gonna make this weight? She just fought like a month ago, didn't she, or a couple months ago?
Yep. This
Exactly.
is yeah, it's definitely something we want to wait till weigh-ins if you're going to bet. I do think it should be a solid spot for whoever you are going to be betting for, though, to be honest with you. But I don't know. I personally actually like the dog, which is O'Neill.
I'm agreeing with no Neil too.
Ooh, wow. And then, sorry, suffice to say, but O'Neill not finishing Luana Santos. It's got to be a decision. No matter what happens here, I think you're looking at the over if you want to be betting something.
Yeah, I think Santos has questionable cardio, and plus coming out of a short notice fight too. I mean, coming out of a fight a couple months ago, like I mentioned. I'm going O'Neill decision as well.
Okay.
I think
We're both on the dog.
Yeah, I think O'Neill is well rounded. She's a decent wrestler, but the high value is what made my decision.
I did also look at Santos' submission as well too, but I don't know. Ariane Lipski got that submission. I don't think O'Neill's gonna let that happen again. Okay, on to the next fight. Josh Culibao versus Ricardo Ramos. This is probably the fight I've got the least to say about on this. I don't know. Culibao hits hard, and he has pretty good boxing. And Ramos, he's just solid everywhere, but he has such bad fight IQ. To get caught in a gilly twice in a row. I think I'm just going to go Culibao by this KO, to be honest with you. But round 2.
Culibao. Fun stat about Culibao for you, Noah. You're 2-0. So hopefully he comes out with the KO. And I agree with you. If it stays on a feet, then definitely Josh get the finish. What am I going?
I don't know. What are you going?
I'm going Culibao.
Culibao.
Do I go? Yeah, screw it. I'm not going same round as you. I'm going round 3.
Oh, the fabled round 3. Okay.
Yeah, you're 2-0. What am I? I'm 1-1. So screw it.
About to make it 3-0 and add him to my list.
Let's go.
But on to the next fight. Another set. This time 2 brothers. What's with all the brothers on here? Junior Tafa, the younger Tafa, taking on Walter Walker, the younger Walker. Gibby, you know how I feel about Johnny Walker.
Yep.
You know how I now feel about his brother after I picked his brother in the last fight he fought. What do you think I'm picking here?
Tafa.
Walker seems even worse. Walter seems even worse. He seems like He doesn't even want to fight. Walker will get knocked out, but he'll fight the whole time. Walker doesn't seem like he wants to get hit.
Yeah.
He's a lay and pray who does a bad job of getting them down to the ground. Those 11 wins are so padded. He looks so bad against Urukis Breski. He looks so bad against him. And Breski sucks.
He
No. Tafa got pieced up with leg kicks his last fight, but Walker's not leg kicking him. He's going to try and stand with him or try and get him on the ground, and Tafa's going to knock him out. Give me a round 1 KO for Tafa.
I'm going round 2.
Ooh. You think Walker's going to survive to round 2 with his negative cardio?
He does have, but he still got the reach advantage. Even, I think his cardio might have improved. He looks a little bit better on Instagram right now. While Tafa definitely has the finishing upside. So if anything, if I go Walker, it'll be Walker by decision. But Tafa has the finishing upside, and I think he could survive round 1. So I'm going round 2. I know Tafa has no cardio to go round 3, so.
I just don't think I just don't believe any faith of Walker getting any further. But you're right about Tafa's cardio. You saying?
Should I? You know, I want to agree. I don't want to agree with you. I'm going Walker by decision. Who knows?
Yeah, with how these cards have been going.
Who knows?
Oh my god! By the way, that's probably going to be like plus 1,000. You know that.
Yeah, and I think most of these cards finish more by decision anyway. So
true, but Tafa.
It's heavyweights. I know. True. Yeah. He might give up by round 3, right?
Oh, dude, Walker's gonna get into round 3 and just tap on the canvas and leave.
I knew that you might be true in that one. Yeah.
All right, well, I'm letting you keep that. You have fun with that pick, and let's get on to some actually fun and pretty solid matchups. The Leech is returning, Li Jiliang against Carlos Prates. I feel bad because I like the Leech. He got robbed his last fight, honestly. But coming off a bad spinal surgery against a dangerous guy like Prates, who will absolutely knock you out if he's got the chance, 14 knockouts, a true finisher on a massive win streak. Yeah, I'm sorry, but Leech does hit hard. I think it might have the power advantage.
But he's alternating wins and losses, though.
He should have won his last fight, though. Keep in mind, too, he's fighting D-Rod, who was like 180 pounds at the time or something like that. Because it was a catch weight. I don't know. I'm leaning definitely towards Prates. I don't know if he'll be able to finish the Leech, though. He's a tank. He's durable. Has he ever been knocked out? He's never been knocked out. I'm going to let you talk before I get my decision because I can't think of anything.
I think Prates is a nightmare, really. Just like his nickname. Ha ha ha. But yeah, he's got the 6.5 reach advantage. He's got great power, great knees. I think he's just... And he sets up his strikes really well. I mean, fighting out the fighting nerds, I think he might get the KO. But it'll be like somewhere in a late round, so I think round 3 KO.
You know what? There's the first time for everything. I think you're right. I think this is the first time the Leech gets KO'd. Just because Prates is too good. He's coming off that surgery. Long layoff, too. Give me Prates by a round 2 KO.
It sounds good.
And now on to another fighter, sadly in hot water. Tai Tuivasa, on a 4-fight losing streak, is taking up against Jairzinho Rozenstruik. What do you think about the big boys?
Tai Tuivasa, again, like what we said, like Junior Tafa, he's got no cardio. Wow,
God, if he just got his game together, just ran on a treadmill for like a while. Stop drinking shoeies, man.
Yeah, and while Rozenstruik, he's a slow starter.
He's slow in every aspect. They call him Frozen Strike.
I mean, Tai Tuivasa will start, swinging as soon as fight starts. So the only thing for him I would want to see is probably Tai Tuivasa around 1 KO. While Rozenstruik, if he's manages the range management really well, could go into I think Rosenstruck could get the KO in round 3. So either way, I think the fight's going to end. But it just if Rosenstruck can last the round 1, so I think it's going to Rosenstruck round 3 KO. I don't like Tai Tuivasa, and he's on a 4-fight losing streak. Yeah. Remember, Noah, you're 0-2 with Tai Tuivasa too.
I'm more than 0-2. If we're going back to it, I've historically am awful with Tai Tuivasa before he even started this. I've picked Tuivasa every single fight since the Greg Hardy fight. And I've won 3 in a row with him. I've lost 4 in a row with him now. But I don't like Rosenstrike. Because Rosenstrike, unless you're a bum and you just will let him impose his very slow-paced will on you, yeah, but otherwise, you know how you beat Rosenstrike? You just blitz him.
Yeah.
Volkov, Almeida, Ngannou. You remember when Ngannou did Rosenstrike? That was amazing. I love that. But I just think if Tai literally just runs at him, throwing caution to the wind, he's going to beat him. If he plays a technical kickboxing match, which Tai Tuivasa is not good for, he will knock out Rosenstrike. If it turns out into a kickboxing match, Rosenstrike will piece him apart over the course of whatever, and maybe even get a finish later on due to the cardio discrepancy.
Correct.
But I really can see a world where Tai just bull rushes him and knocks him out. I'm going Tai Tuivasa round 1 KO. I don't care. I'm doing it.
You're against a lot of Brazilians. Have you even
Rosenstrike is Suriname. He's African.
I understand. Oh, you only took Pratis so far. You got Walker, Burns. You went against. Santos.
That's not intentional. That is for example, if it was Gilbert Burns, I always pick Gilbert Burns almost. Then I picked JDM against Burns. Whatever. I just think the younger brothers suck.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to switch. It's 50-50. It's the Rosenstrike KO round 3. Yeah, we'll just keep it. Or Tai
That's
Tuivasa.
the most likely.
It's just yeah. That's the thing.
I just don't trust Rosenstrike because in the game I'm probably 1-1 with him or something like that. But in terms of in terms of me picking overall, Rosenstrike has let me down more than almost any fighter other than Walker and whatever the case is, Johnny Walker. That's one of the worst. Because Rosenstrike, I'm yeah, he should definitely beat Curtis Blades. He's got no. Yeah, he should definitely put up a fight against Cyril Gatino.
Nope. Yeah.
Oh well. All right, on to the next fight. Someone that I know we're both fans of, Matheus Gamrot, going up against Dan Hooker. I like this fight. A lot. I'll let you go first.
No, you go first because I got a conspiracy theory about this.
Huh?
You go first.
Okay. Well, I like this fight a lot, but I think the odds are pretty insane. I'm leaning towards Matheus Gamrot. A lot of it is because I am a big fan of Gamrot, surprisingly enough. Not just because it's Polski, but I do like his style. He's a active grappler, not a lamprey. But whatever the case is, I think the odds should be way closer. Honestly, part of me was thinking Dan Hooker might take it. I'm always slightly leaning towards Gamrot, mainly because Hooker, dangerous striker, good knees. Gamrot, he is tanky, but he's not that good a striker compared to a Dan Hooker, honestly. And I've been doubting Hooker a lot lately because I thought he was absolutely done after the Dustin fight and the Chandler knockout, but he's been on a resurgence. Gamrot should not be, minus 300? Yeah, he should not be close to minus 400. It should be closer than that, but I think Gamrot could sneak out a decision.
Okay.
I know your conspiracy theory.
I know Gamrot is not a boring grappler, but with UFC telling grapplers not to grapple, not to get boring positions, cutting boring grapplers, and Polish fighters in at least the past 3 weeks, they're 0-4. Do I want to? I don't want to get on that streak again. I don't want to be disappointed again. So, just for that, I'm going Hooker by decision.
Fair enough. I respect that. Like I said, it should be way closer. I honestly, like, before I looked at even the odds, I thought that it was going to be Dan Hooker as a favorite. And I was shocked to see Gamrot that much of a favorite. I'm like,
I mean, Hooker broke his arm in November. That's why.
true, coming off a layoff. But still, he beat the shit out of Jalen Turner.
I just don't want to be disappointed with all these Polish fighters again. I know I had my high hopes out the last card. I knew about the last 3 Polish fighters, the other 3 cards, but still, 0-4. Come on, boys. You're boys. You're not even men trying to win.
You're not even men. What the hell? Give you a bunch of ones that to their faces.
I can't even say in Polish, so.
All right. On to the co-main event. City Kickboxing leading the very top, by the way. Kaikar France taking on Steve Urseg. I don't know, man.
It's good.
I'm gonna be honest
This
with
is
you.
a close fight.
Urseg is... Oh, okay, he's gone down a lot. He was minus 200 last time I looked at it, but is it weird of me to say I think I like Kaikar France in this spot?
No.
Ursig has had 3 fights in UFC.
Yeah.
He has had 1 freaking KO. And everyone's acting like, oh my god, he's going to be the better technical boxer and striker.
Because he shot his way up for a title shot that quick.
Kaikar France is still, in my opinion, the harder hitter, like hardest hitting guy in the flyweight division now that Figueiredo's left. Kaikar France has had a ton of high-level experience. He's lost some. He should have won his last fight. But he's put on some good fights.
Yes.
If it's standing, it's a boxer versus kickboxer. And I think Kaikar France is more experienced. Grappling, what is Ursig going to do? You think Ursig going to take him down with Oskar Askarov? Couldn't take Kaikar France down? He stuffed at least I think 5 or 6 takedowns from Emir Albazi. Kaikar France is good at grappling. I lean towards Kaikar France. I don't think it'll be a finish on either guy. I think they're both too tough. But I think Kaikar is going to take it. Surprisingly enough.
I'm 100% agreeing with you. That Kaikar France by decision. That was my first pick. I mean, Steve, he's well-rounded, but I don't think that wrestling. I don't want to repeat myself with that one, but something new with that Kaikar France is just he just had a long layoff. I think it's because of concussion. So
A concussion. That's such a weird thing to have an injury for and be out that long.
But Noah, I think you're 3-0 with Steve. He's on your list. You got his first fight 100% right against Costa. I should agree with you on this one too, right? Kaikar France by decision.
I look at it. I like Ursig. I think he's good, but we're really underrating Kaikar France here, man.
Correct.
We really are.
He's championship caliber.
He fought for the interim belt, and he was beating Moreno until Moreno found the perfect shot and took him out.
The liver kick, that's it.
He was winning most of that fight. That's why, if you looked at Moreno, was busted up for weeks after that fight.
Yeah, your body shuts down with that liver kick.
Also, if he fought Manel Kopp, he would have beat the brakes out of him. I stand by it.
Alrighty. You want to talk about the main event?
Yes, the main event of the evening. I'm going to preface this. If you know Gibby, almost all of my favorite fighters have been headlining events recently.
Mm-hmm.
I've had one of my top 10 favorite fighters headline every event since 302, and they have all lost. Only one who won was in a co-main event, which is Tom Aspinall. Israel Adesanya is one of my favorites. I do like Dricus du Plessis, though. I won't... If this were happened first and he were to lose to du Plessis, I would not be that upset about it because I like du Plessis. But this is a dangerous matchup for Izzy. Even though he's only on a 1-loss streak, this feels like a make or break for him. I think if he loses this, he's going to end up like Volkanovski, Usman, guys who are just now on a big, long losing streak and nowhere near the top level they once were. Izzy could beat him up in the leg kicks and striking. If we see the on-point Izzy that we did back in the Pereira fights, the Cannonier fights, the Costa fight, I think his style is good enough to beat Duplessis. His takedown defense is good. The leg kicks are good. But the main thing is southpaw. Duplessis struggles against southpaws, and Izzy could piece him apart. Duplessis could beat him, though, by just copying what Strickland did. Pressure. Just pressure him. Pressure him, but be more defensively oriented, which Duplessis isn't. I think this will be a very close fight. I think it'll be a good fight. It's a fight I've wanted for a while, but I could see Duplessis sneaking it. I do think he could sneak it out, honestly, but I'm going to lean towards Izzy. I will tell you how I think he'll win after you.
Okay, because you're 2-0 with Derickis, so am I. You got his first fight 100% right with Whitaker. That's Whitaker.
Yeah, 100%, baby. Round 2 KO. I knew it.
I know Duplessis has the cardio to go 5 rounds.
Definitely don't. People say his cardio is a problem. It's not.
It's not. And he had 3 straight victories as an underdog. He won 3 straight fights as an underdog.
Hey, but he's no longer an underdog. It's a pick'em now.
Is it a pick'em? Fuck. It's open up as an underdog. Oh,
he did. But now it is a pick'em. Izzy is minus 115. Derickis is 105.
Yeah. And there's this fun stat about 35-year-olds fighting for title shots. They're 6-25. Tyrell Willie did it twice.
That was for 170 and under.
Is it?
Wasn't it? It was. I could swear it's for 170 under. I believe once you go to 180, 185 and up, it gets a lot better. But still, I think it's probably still shite.
Yeah, and then Alex Pereira just did it 3 times already. Bilal Muhammad just did it. You think they're gonna happen? I mean, it's gonna happen. If there's a pattern going on with these 35-year-olds, at least this year. But
Bilal Muhammad's the first one to break it. He's the first one to win the belt. First one to win the belt at that age. Because Woodley, he defended the belt twice at that age. Bilal's the first to win it. So,
correct. You think it's gonna happen again?
I think Izzy has the style to do it.
You said so, but I think I'm going Derickis by KO.
That's also likely.
Because Izzy's been taking more damage over the years, and he's lately dropping his guard down more and more.
He always does that. But he didn't get dropped the first time against Strickland. That's the first time he's ever been dropped. Even when he was knocked out against Alex, he was still standing.
Still, I'm going Derickis. I like him.
I do too.
I'm going KO round 3.
You know what's funny? So, do you remember how I told you all I had a vision of Derickis round 2 Whitaker, and that's why I picked it? And I don't know if you remember, but the Holloway versus Zombie one, I said, I have a vision of round 3 KO for Holloway. I had another one. Because both those I made good money on. The Holloway one was plus 2,000 or something like that.
Put more money on it.
I had Izzy round 3 KO. I had a feeling of it. No matter how this goes, Derickis or Izzy wins, I don't think it's going to decision. I do definitely think there's going to be a finish, honestly. But I think Izzy round 3 KO. Something speaks to me about that. I think he'll do with leg kicks.
Alrighty.
And now for your favorite baby, your segment. Oh, no, that's wrong. No, I messed everything up. All right, the game, Gibby.
Yay!
So we didn't do it last week, but just as a cover of 2 weeks ago, how we did.
Correct. I'm not gonna review what we did 2 weeks ago. I'm just going overall score pretty much. So I'm at 50. Awesome. I did 25 points 2 weeks ago. Noah, you did 17, and your total's 38. So I'm in a 12-point lead.
It's going to change this week, even though we picked most of the same stuff.
Yep, and what's kind of really what I like about my stat is I got 20 fights right out of 26. So I'm at close to 77%.
That's actually really good. I mean, both are really good.
In just 2 fights, yeah. And half of those I got the method right too. So that's even more impressive for me, I feel like. Well, yeah, our 3 locks, we had Figueiredo by decision, which 100% hit. We had get him, I think. What I forgot. I don't know. It's not get him. That was what's his first name? I can't pronounce it. Mazukhanov, whatever.
Oh, Murzakhanov.
Yeah. Did he win? Yeah, he won, but not round 1 KO though. Like our lock.
It's round 2, I think.
Yeah, And then we had Bedoya by decision, which was 100% wrong. So your 2 fights that you had 100% right was you had 2. So you had Guram by decision, and then of course Arlock Figueiredo by decision. You had a pretty much you were one off for most of the fights, card 2. But oh well.
Mirzakanov, I had Alvis and Brenner swapped. I don't know why I did that. I really don't know why I did that.
Yeah, you got the right method on that one, but like all the decision ones too, you just got the wrong person. That's it. Just the wrong ground there. But yeah, I had 4 fights 100% right. I had Hughes by decision, Mackenzie Dern by decision, Arlock Figueiredo by decision, and of course Uzmir by whatever by decision. Umar. There you go. Umar Nagavedov. Close enough. So yeah. Did we had any new fighters added to it? Yeah, you got 2 new fighters. Chito Vera, 3-0. Anthony Ferguson. Did he retire? And he threw one glove in.
He didn't retire.
He's out of the UFC though.
He's getting cut from the UFC, and he said, I'll think about retirement immediately as he's walking out. Yeah, F that. I'm not retiring. Tony, it's time. It's not Tony time. Tony, it's time.
And funny thing about your overall stat, your featherweights, you're 50%. You're even. That's not good, yeah. But
I don't know my featherweights.
Nope. Let's see. And then let's see. Let's go to mine. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go for me.
Oh, Tony.
Yeah, no Tony.
You know,
got Tony in there.
With him because we keep picking him to lose.
Exactly. Yeah, I have Victoria Dudkova 3-0, Dumas 3-0, Miao Olenjaychuk, another one there, so I'm 4-0. Good for me there. Chito Vera
him to lose.
Yeah, Chito Vera 3-0, and then Davison Figueiredo 3-0. And the funny thing about my highlight for my stats, my middleweight and welterweights are the same now. And it's kind of weird because we talked 61 fights with them.
Oh wow!
For both of them, and same thing with heavyweight and light heavyweight. I highlighted in yours, but not on mine. But we talked 35 fights with both of them too, so that was even weirder.
Damn, there's not been that many heavyweight or light heavyweight fights in comparison to middleweight and welterweight.
Yeah,
weird. It's a lot of lightweight fights. God damn.
Did we talk? Yeah, featherweight's the one we talked about the most so far. Not the featherweights, but lightweights. It's 76 or 78. My bad.
God, Gibby, read your own spreadsheet.
Yeah. But that's the effing game or fucking
that's
game.
Effing game. But yeah, overall, are you excited for this card? I've seen a lot of people say they aren't.
I'm kind of excited for the main card. That's it. I think it's gonna be a good one.
I'm somewhat excited, but a lot of my excitement has waned because what was the last good event from start to finish? Like the whole thing was good.
Can't remember the top of my head.
I think it was 300.
That could be it.
301 sucked. 302 had some okay moments. Had a really good main event. The main event was the best. 303 has some good moments. 304 sucked. Had some moments but sucked. I don't know.
Oh, get you. Yeah, that's 300. Was it?
And 299 was good too.
Well, 290 was always good. 295.
295 was last year.
Last year, yeah. All right.
I think 297 was 298 was
290.
Good.
Yeah, it started at 297. Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever the case is, it lost a lot of my hype, but it's got one of my favorite fighters against a guy I really like. I think it'll be an exciting fight, so I'm hyped. As hyped as I can be.
At least I'm not taking a picture with Duplessis, so I'm having him keep the belt for a while.
He's still holding on to that. You ruined what's his name?
Justin Jacoby.
You ruined Justin Jacoby's career by taking a picture with him.
I did.
Frame that on your wall.
Yeah.
You ruined that man's career.
Oh well, I'm out of beer, so you want to cut it?
Yep. Say goodbye to everybody, Gibby.
All right. See ya.